Mark Hershedy, and this is Haven Press Studio. This is my shop. I'm the owner and the founder and the only guy that works here aside from temporary part-time employees who come in from time to time. I work collaboratively with artists to produce editions in silkscreen, letterpress, relief, and intaglio, and provide services to publishers, private artists, and to galleries, or anybody who really wants to contract and hire a printmaker to produce an edition collaboratively. So this machine behind me is a Tima 3050. It is a silkscreen press. It is a sliding bed, European style 4-post press. The screen stays parallel. And today I was just printing the base first layer on an art edition of my own work, which means I can be as flexible as I want with the QC. So this machine can print around 50 inches by 72 inches in image, but I've never really gone that large with it. I bought it to be able to do things that were more about 40 by 60. I try to focus on intensely detailed screen printing and make things as close to being on register as I possibly can. Smallest dot size, the most organic drawing materials from either digital or hand-painted films, and really my forte is getting things to print and image to paper really wonderfully. Jobs, you know, the job market when I moved here around 2007 to 2006, 2007 wasn't all that great. And then 2008, the financial collapse happened, and every industry in America was sort of suffering for a little while. And around that time, I started working for an awesome letterpress printer named Earl Calamine of Calamine Press. He's been in Greenpoint for a long time, and he was definitely an early mentor. And he was an artfully printing letterpress job printer who taught me a lot about being exacting with detail, registration, that yes, you can nail it, and how to have a good work ethic, how not to complain. He won't like hearing that, but you know what? He's a good guy for instilling that lesson in me. And I still count him among people who I look up to. Yeah, this is a pair of editions for Autobody for Barry McGee, and he had a show there. A friend of mine named Marco Lawrence, and he's been making cyanotypes of leaves and making these geometric and organic kind of compositions for a while, and this is just a quick 4-color edition for him. The artist Swoon. We've been working together for a few years, and I make silkscreen editions for them. Her work, it winds up taking many forms. She's got a strong background in printmaking and makes these wonderful lino-cut portraits. This piece is very interesting because the background was done with a wash technique using toner and was shot directly to a screen. So there's no digital in that blue painted element on the piece, and really surprising how much detail actually was present in it and able to show up. Sometimes I surprise myself, I suppose. Definitely surprises the artist, which is nice. Fee. Come. It's our shop mascot, Fiona. She's been with me for a couple years now. She's my big sweetie. She greets everyone who comes here. She's pretty much here every day with me. She got used to being around the machines and just is a very calm personality. She doesn't get afraid when the motors run, which is what you want in a shop dog. She's spoiled a few sheets for me, but it's worth it. I mean, I think everybody who starts a business has probably got some kind of ethos, and mine is to try and be as welcoming as possible to both artists and people in general, lay people who don't know what printmaking is. And so that's why I named the shop Haven Press. It sort of is intended to be a nod towards having a welcoming space that engages with community, meeting other printmakers and artistic people. I just generally try to have a very welcoming personality and give people a chance to express themselves and just provide the right tools to do it. I've been doing this since, I guess, the beginning of college, but really if you want to start my career off at about 2007 when I moved to New York, and have been professionally printing ever since. The first person I ever worked with professionally was Deborah Chaney, who's also in this wonderful exhibition, and she was sort of a mentor to me. Towards the end of my college career, she came to town on a visiting printer residency, sort of like a temporary amount of time spent on campus with an artist as well, named Monica Cook. And Deb and Monica were there to make a print together, and I was tasked with helping them. By the end of it, she was kind of calling me her intern. And we hung out and got along together, socially as well as working together, and we kind of clicked as friends as well. So it's kind of funny when you have a mentor turn into a friend, but now we hang out together regularly. And so she convinced me that I should try moving to New York. And I had the means to do so at the time, so I moved to Brooklyn. Of course, who lives in Manhattan the first time that they move here? Not me. And I moved to East Williamsburg. I just wound up meeting a few people who wanted to have prints made, and it was always an aspiration of mine, but it was something that kind of organically and naturally came to be. You know, didn't have as much work at the beginning as I do now, so it was going from having a job and having a small private studio to having a small private studio that had a bit more work, and then eventually going from having job and studio to having only studio. That was the real aha moment for me. And then we moved the shop to this space about 7 years ago, and haven't looked back.